Today, I'm looking for your help to find stocks that are going to run for the Santa Claus rally. Now, first stock on the board, QQQ, I don't think it's got the legs. I don't think it's got the legs at all. It's lost the 10 EMA. It's lost the 20 EMA. It's lost the 50 EMA. This dude is about to be in a bearish trend right now, right at the time of the Santa Claus rally. And it's got a sell signal and outlier. This is not a great place to start. But I'm looking for your help. What stocks can we find that could have the potential to run like crazy? I think Greg has it nailed. It has to be SoFi. If it's any stock out there, it has to be SoFi. SoFi bros know exactly that SoFi only goes one direction, and that is straight to the moon on the back of a rocket ship. That is the plan. So let's take a look at, oh, SoFi. Not a great start for SoFi. We got a sell signal here. It's in a bearish trend. Okay. Let's back up a little bit. The market, the SPY is still in a bullish trend. The SPY still has a buy signal. And market breadth, let's go pop this over and take a look at it real quick. SoFi bros, unite. Unite. Batman only buys SoFi. That's how Batman became a billionaire, by the way. It wasn't inheritance. It wasn't Wayne Industries. It was exactly SoFi. Only SoFi. All right, so we still have a bullish trend on market breadth. We've got the number of buy signals still growing compared to the 10 EMA. It is coming down slightly, ever so slightly. It's only at 46% right now. But what we're looking for is this move up, even if it contracts a little bit. I don't see more uptrends and less downtrends today. So that's just something to keep in mind. Just something to keep in mind. Not necessarily what we're looking for right here in the Outlier 9. But we still have positive breadth here. So the market's set up on all these. Now the sectors, this is in the finance sector. The fear and greed in the finance sector is rising. And as we go through these, we're going to switch sectors a lot. So to keep an eye on the sector fear and greed is right down here. And then lastly, the breadth is this chart, crazy as it is, this chart is combined down here to show you the uptrends and downtrends, as well as the market breadth for this sector. Now, I saw someone leave a YouTube comment the other day that they didn't have the yellow line, which is the 10 EMA. Super easy. Just come over here to the indicators button, go to EMAs, and then you go down to or outlier order blocks. Where is it at? Hang on a second. Candlestick chart, market breadth chart. There it is. It applies to the market breadth chart, and you can add in a 10 EMA right there. Or if you want to add lines on your chart, we've got a handful of lines that you can add right up here so you can see the trends. So if you don't have that, that's how you do it. Super, super simple. All right. SoFi, not looking so good so far. SoFi, oh man, it was down 5% yesterday in a bearish trend. Say it isn't so. Dear baby Jesus, say it isn't so. Leading up to your birthday, baby Jesus, please don't let SoFi go down. I've got so much riding on SoFi right now. My entire life savings is in one stock. SoFi to the moon, right? Right? Well, hang on. SoFi looks a little bit like what this random guy on the internet calls a market cycle. Hold on. What is the market cycle? By the way, I am signed up. I am competing in the 2026 US Investing Championship. Are you signed up? I hope you are. We can sign up as a team. Real quick side tangent here. When you go to sign up, if you decide to sign up on the entry form, you're just going to put your name, and then there's a little like notes box. You can add whatever you want to that notes box. They actually send you an email right after you sign up that says, how do you want your name to appear? That's where you go in and you say, Christopher Ewell Outlier or Senior Wahoo Outlier, whatever the case is, Outlier. Because we're trying to keep track of how many outliers are going to be in the US Investing Championship. And we're going to do something really, really special for anybody who beats me. For anybody who beats me, we have a huge, huge prize for you. I'm really stoked about this. And that's the deal. I want you to beat me. I'm going to do my very best to win, but I want you to try to beat me. That's my goal here. Now, back to the market cycle. This is what SoFi looks like right now, doesn't it? This huge move right here, this stage 1 consolidation, stage 2 big uptrend, stage 3 topping right here is pretty much where we're at, right? We're seeing some complacency, maybe some anxiety, certainly potential some denial, right? Now, this part at the top, the stage 3, is where the moving averages are starting to cross over. Because when you're in a big, beautiful trend like this right here, your stage 2 uptrend, they don't cross over. They don't even look at each other. They are on opposite sides of the room. It's like when you send, your 2 kids and you go to this corner, you go to that corner, don't even turn around and look at each other. That's exactly what happens here on the moving averages. They get spread apart. They don't even talk to each other. But then hey, you know what? We just turned on Disney Plus. What do you guys want to watch? And then they turn around, they're like, oh my God, what's Dad's going to put on Disney Plus, right? That is where the moving averages start turning around and start talking to each other and start turning around, kissing each other, hugging, making up, saying, I'm sorry. But stage 4, that's where they start going the opposite directions to the downside. And don't tell me it can't happen in SoFi, because it did. It did already. It's done it before, late last year and into the first half of 2025. In fact, right here, as SoFi crashed into this absolutely random spot on the chart at $18, that there's no possible way, and I'm being sarcastic, that outlier blocks work. I made video after video after video because so many SoFi bros were screaming how it was the best deal of all time. And I said, do not buy right here. There is a huge level of overhead resistance. This $18 level that was established in December of 2021 is waiting to take your money. What happened? The very first time it came to this absolutely random spot on the chart, and order blocks definitely don't work at all. What happened? It got monkey hammered down 54, 53%. SoFi can go down, just like any stock. All stocks are bad, but every once in a while they act right. So that's my little pontification on SoFi. I don't know where it's going to go from here, and you don't need to know where it's going to go from here. You can just recognize the trend, use the outlier data, which is just 82 cents a day, and then you can say, you know what, maybe I don't want to put any of my money at risk. Maybe I actually want to keep Bruce Wayne's type, Batman type money, rather than just watching it go away. Tom thinks that maybe we've got a chance. I assume that's Amazon and Walmart. Both of those are mistyped, but I got you, my dude. Let's go to Amazon first. Amazon first. Now, Amazon is single-handedly propped up by my wife. She single-handedly is the reason that they have the earnings that they do. There was one day, as this loads in, where this was last Christmas. And for those of you who have been following along, you've heard me tell the story a couple of times, but I had texted my wife several times, like, you've got to not buy everything on Amazon. I understand you want to have one of literally everything of the millions that they sell, but you got to cut it out. And an Amazon truck pulled up in front of my house. I live kind of in a cul-de-sac area. Another one pulled up at the corner, and I'm like, she ordered so much they needed 2 trucks. What is happening right now? But there was something going wrong with the first truck, so they stopped right in front of my house to offload the first truck onto the second truck, and I just thought that was super funny. All right, looking at Amazon here, not so good. So Amazon had this big move up after earnings, right? And then it came right back down. It's got that sell signal in place, and in fact, it's got a bearish trend. Amazon, the biggest retailer of all time, is in a bearish trend at Christmas. Ooh, 2025 is rough. Oh, that's a big deal. Now, it does have this bullish order block down here, so there could be some buyers waiting to step in here. Possibly so. But this is in the discretionary sector, and you can see the number of stocks that are bullish versus stocks that are bearish. And this over time is what this chart is right here, by the way, in case you were ever wondering. The sector's getting more greedy. The sector is still bullish on buy signals. However, it looks like we may have a bearish cross here in a minute. But yeah, Amazon does not look like it's going to run for the Santa Claus rally. What about Walmart? Let's see. Walmart's a different story right here. Walmart's actually in the staples sector, and it's got 9 of 9. Walmart's on fire. Look at this. That buy signal came on November 24th. Hang on. On November, good gravy. November 24th was right here. So your 10 over 20, price over 50, ran like gangbusters. Now, this is interesting, right? It pushed through this order block right here. And this one is, at the time that it pushed through, about 44 days old. So what we find is that the older the order blocks are, like on SoFi, the stronger they are. This one right here, imagine if you bought it right here, you've only been holding it for a month and a half and you're back to break even. You're not such a huge motivated seller. If you were holding this for 400 days, you'd be a very motivated seller. So not a big surprise that it blew through this one right here. And in fact, that's why on my exit signals, hold tight. Let's go to exit signals real quick. By the way, professional fund manager. I look for 120 calendar days. And this is a perfect example as to, getting into the stock, letting it run, and it being less than 120 calendar days and just watching it push through. So Walmart, yeah, I think Walmart's our first Lambo of the day. Well done, Tom. Amazon, not so much, surprisingly so, but Walmart is gangbusters on fire. Okay. So Art Chastain wants to look at Target. That makes sense, right? If Walmart's on fire, Target's got to be on fire too, right? I don't know. Ooh, hang on. Let's see. Similar situation going on here. Now, we see a little outlier block showing up right there. Let's see if... Okay, right here, there could be some overhead resistance right here. The outlier platform is recognizing this area as some overhead resistance. So just be aware of that. There could be some hidden order blocks right there that we don't see just yet. But check this out, right? We got a buy signal coming through on December 5th, right here. And that dude's running just like Walmart. Still in the same staple sector, getting more greedy. The staple sector is very bullish on breadth and getting more uptrends, less downtrends. That's bullish as well. Target's getting more and more greedy itself. Yeah, I think Target and Walmart could be on the list up here. In fact, let's do this. Let's keep a little list. So the Santa Claus rally potential. So first is Walmart. Second is Target. Cool. Let's keep going. Certainly not SoFi. In fact, let's do rejects over here. Rejects. Now, wait. No regrets, not even one letter, and no rejects, not even one letter as well. I'm just playing with it. Let's keep it. It's just fun. SoFi was rejects. Okay, let's go to OMF. Dr. J, he is writing a prescription for OMF to run into the Santa Claus rally. Let's take a look. All right, Dr. J's looking at financials. It's already lit up on 9 of 9. Buy signals in place as of December 2nd. Getting more greedy. The financial sector, getting more greedy. Let's go look at that. I don't know what OMF is. What is OMF? When I read that, it said One Man Holdings Inc. And I was like, dang, that one man must be Bruce Wayne if he's holding all that. One Main Holdings Inc. Cool. Yeah, One Main is on fire. December 2nd. Here. Ooh, yeah. Look at that dude run. I love it, Dr. J. We're going to run this one, right? We're going to run this one here. Santa Claus Rally Potential. Number 3, OMF. Okay, let's keep going. USO. So this is we don't cover USO? No way. Really? I am highly surprised by that. Super surprised by that. Ooh, USO looks brutal. This isn't a big, nasty downtrend. In fact, you definitely want to come to this afternoon's Outlier University because I had a theory that I wanted to backtest on USO. Did somebody say Outlier University?
Are you ready? Let's go!
Respect is earned. Respect is never given.
So Outlier University is our program that is 100% free. And it's not like an itty bitty baby program where you're like, oh, here's how you do the trend. Now come to my masterclass where I'm going to try and sell you something for $12,000 a quarter. You need the Wall Street protocol. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful. Shut up. No, we're giving you everything that I've learned in 16 years of trading. We've already covered the Alpha class. We're working on the Bravo class right now. We're going to give you everything 100% for free. The way you get it is go to YouTube, go to the playlist, and you go to Outlier University. You can do either the Bravo class or the Alpha class and learn everything you can. Our goal with this is to make you successful without charging you a single cent. And then you're going to become an outlier because you're going to say, wow, these guys are incredible. Outlier works. This is unbelievable. But listen, 50% of you, you're going to listen to Outlier University passively. It's going to go one ear and out the other. You're not going to do anything with it. 25% of you are going to listen. You're going to implement. You're going to screw it up. And you're going to come back and you're going to say, Chris made me sell my SoFi shares. Trust me, it's happened. Literally, somebody came on one day on the chat and they're like, Chris made me sell my SoFi shares. And I was like, you're a big boy. You clicked your own button, my friend. And then 25% of you are going to listen. You're going to take action. You're going to understand how the market works. And you're going to create generational wealth like I have in the process. That is why we are doing Outlier University. So USO, not generational wealth right here. Not in this big nasty downtrend. Not in this big nasty downtrend here. How about Disney, right? We talked about Disney Plus earlier. Disney Plus, let's go look at Disney. I don't know about you guys, but Disney World is hella expensive now. Holy moly. I was mentioning the other day. So we went to Disney World for the Halloween party. And between the hotel and the tickets and everything, not even including airfare, I was spending $2,000 a day. However, look, I understand I'm privileged. I was staying at the nicest hotel in the nicest room. So I get that. And I paid for all the skip the line tickets as well. I get that. But still, two grand a day is crazy balls for Disney World. But Disney World, Disney itself could be a Lambo, could be the right stock to lead into the Santa Claus rally. So we got all 9 of 9 over here on Outlier. We got that buy signal just came a couple days ago. This is in the communication sector. All is looking sharp. Let's go look at the chart over here, see if anything's in our way. So Outlier is noticing this area right here that could prove overhead resistance. Just saying, if you're going to trade it, you might run into some overhead resistance right there. But as of right now, 9 of 9 looks sharp as could be. We're going to add Disney to our list. Disney to our list. Oh, regrets. Rejects, regrets goes USO. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. What about GM? Outlier University student Rick has an idea. He wants to look at General Motors. Speaking of clicking buttons, you should click the like button. The power of Chris compels you to sell your SoFi shares. Ooh, GM is on a run. Look at this. Buy signal active. Getting greedy AF. In fact, that's 84 out of 100. In the discretionary sector, GM is on a roll. 9 of 9. Rick may be onto something here, Rick. Ooh, that is what you want. That is the big, beautiful uptrend that we all dream about right there. And Rick nailed it. Rick, this goes on the list right here for potential Santa Claus rally. Maybe Santa Claus is going to bring me a new Escalade. Maybe that's the plan. Let's see. Ford. Okay. We talked about Ford or GM. Let's look at Ford, right? Symbol F. And Mexican understands that this Ford right here is a 9 of 9, looking sharp AF, just like GM. What's going on over there? What's going on at these US-based, what am I trying to say? US-based auto manufacturers? I don't know, but this is sitting inside of a big nasty order block. There are a lot of trapped buyers here. However, it's not been that long. How long's it been? 52 days. I mean, if you're a Ford buyer, you're probably not upset at this point right here. Now, as this goes up, you might have overhead resistance. Let's see. This is from July of 2024. Don't be surprised if Ford gets up to this area around 1420 or so and then gets rejected, right? Because this is over a year and a half people have been looking to get out. What about even another one up here? Since July of 2023, July 23, July 24. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. So again, it's got a lot of overhead order blocks, So even though it's looking good right now, could have some resistance. So just be aware of that. But listen, you've got some room. You could definitely make some money if you know what you're doing. If you're an outlier, you know what you're doing. Let's do that. F. All right. God bless you, Sue Keen. I love you, bro. Okay. Speaking of another American manufacturer, let's go to Tesla. Let's go to another Tesla here. Let's see. I think your wife is spending her Amazon budget on my Christmas sweaters. Bro, I have collected Christmas. I've been a sweater guy since college. Like, that used to be my thing. I was known for being the Cosby sweater guy. That was what we called them back in the day, Cosby sweaters. I have so many sweaters. They make me happy. Christmas sweaters are my jam. So discretionary, 9 of 9 on Tesla. And I know Tesla had a huge move yesterday. Let's go to that. 3.5% move yesterday, pushing to potentially new all-time highs. Hang on, let me remove this real quick. Where's the top of that candle? The itty bitty tippity tappity of that candle right there. Don't be surprised if Tesla struggles in this area. Don't be surprised at all. Because whoever bought up here, and they did buy up here, might just be the first person to sell up here. However, if it pushes to new highs, 490 and greater, that is bullish AF. Bullish AF. Hey, Citi's on fire. So we're going to add Tesla to our Lambo list. City is on fire. What city? Not my city. Call the fire department because city is on fire. Let's see. How do you get started like y'all? The tools, indicators, and training. Outlier University is great. And also Joe, one of our other amazing outliers, Alpha University graduate, has his own channel. It's called Outlier Training with Joe. And he is outlining everything. In fact, Joe and I were chatting yesterday in one of our meetings. And bro has watched so many videos where he's going through and like time stamping. Hey, I have a question about shorting stocks. Here's the timestamp on this video. Hey, I have a question about buying deep in the money calls. Cool. Here's the timestamp on this video. He is like cataloging everything I've ever said. Joe, I can't believe you would listen to me for that long. You're amazing. So going through here, we've got a buy signal coming through on Citi Bank, running on fire, 9 of 9. Let's go see. Citi Bank, let's go. The whole financial sector has been on fire lately. I've made a bunch of money in the last couple of weeks on it. December 3rd, right here, December 3rd, and it's running. It's running like gangbusters. So here's our list. If we're looking for stocks to get into potentially for the Santa Claus rally, we're looking at Walmart, we're looking at Target, we're looking at OMF, we're looking at Disney, we're looking at GM, Ford, Tesla, and Citibank. That's a decent list there. You've got staples sectors, you've got finance sectors, and you've got communication sectors, and you've got discretionary sectors. So you're actually across 4 different sectors. I like that. Yeah, I think that's got a lot of room. So if you are going to trade any of these, let me know in the comments down below. And Outlier's 82 cents a day. Don't waste any more time. Get Outlier. Therefore, you will be ready for the new year and ready for the Santa Claus rally leading into it. And if you're ready to save time, make money, and start going with less risk, click one of these 2 videos, and we'll talk soon.